Holy fucking shit, I should have done this sooner. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Smiley, and today I am very excited to be talking with you guys about Firefly and Serenity. I'm putting these two in the same review because Serenity is a conclusion to Firefly. Normally I'd do a TV show review and a movie review, but since Serenity really is the conclusion of Firefly, I'm gonna do it all in this review, keep it all encompassed, and by the way, spoiler free, no spoilers here from Smiley, that's a guarantee. Because if you have not seen the show, I want you to go out and watch the show and the movie, because holy shit. Let me come clean right off the bat and say, I loved this show. I've wanted to watch this for a few years now. I've watched the pilot maybe 7 or 8 times, each time thinking, oh, this time I'm gonna start the series, this time I'm gonna start the series, this time I'm gonna start the series. It never worked out. I don't know why I never decided to watch the next episode and the next. I don't know why I didn't watch the next one, but now that I've seen the entire series, I wish I had watched it earlier, but at the same time, I'm happy that I got to experience it as a whole piece, that I didn't have to watch Firefly get canceled in 2002, 2003, and then have to wait 3 years for the 2005 Serenity to come out to get a conclusion to the series. So if you don't know the history around Firefly, let me give you a brief history. Joss Whedon shot 14 episodes of Firefly for Fox, and Fox, I think, only aired like 9 of them. They didn't air the pilot, and then they didn't air the last 3 episodes. And the 9 that they did air, they aired completely out of order. And it just completely fucked everyone up. No one knew what the hell they were watching. Like, one episode that needed another episode as context was shown before. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. And people did not like it when it first aired on Fox. At least, you know, because it wasn't cohesive and it wasn't coherent and it didn't seem like it was following a storyline. But that was all due to Fox, and Fox canceled it. And then when the DVD came out, everyone got to see the first episode and the last 3 episodes, and then it became a cult hit. And it got so big that by 2005, the movie Serenity got made, and Serenity ended the series. First of all, I gotta say, fuck you, Fox. You're retarded. Okay, Fox did this with the Orville too. They didn't move episodes around or anything like that, but the episode of the Orville that was supposed to be the season finale for season 1, they pushed it to season 2 because Fox is a bunch of fucking idiots that can't remember history worth shit. I'm really hoping, now that Disney is in the process of purchasing and acquiring Fox Entertainment, that they will fix this shit, that they will put Fox right and not let them do this shit, this fucking meddling anymore. So I'm really happy about the Disney acquisition for that reason. Not that I think it'll bring Firefly back. I think it's been a very long time since this show aired. I would love to see it come back for more seasons. I just don't think it's gonna happen. It's very unfortunate. I will hope every day that we're gonna get a new season of Firefly, because I'd definitely watch it, but I'm not holding my breath for it. But yeah, Fox are the ones to blame for this colossal fuck up of a first season. And when you watch the episodes in order as they were intended, they're really brilliant. Like, there are only 14 episodes, but I couldn't find a bad one. I watched them all about 3 times, and then I watched the movie about 4 times, because, you know, I like to rewatch things before I review them to make sure that I know what I'm talking about, because this happened with Suicide Squad, and I say this in a lot of videos. I watched Suicide Squad only once before I reviewed it, and I, to this day, regret my review of Suicide Squad. But I'm not taking it down, because it serves as a teachable moment. Don't ride the hype into a review. But Firefly, there is seriously not a single bad episode of this show. It's action-packed. It's super fun. I mean, super fun. It's a Western and a sci-fi, and it's just so cool. Some scenes are straight up silly, some scenes are straight up gritty, and some scenes will get you giddy. And I mean, any show that can run that gamut of emotions from extremely silly to extremely brutal, sometimes even within the same episode, it's pretty goddamn impressive. It's hard to do tonal shifts like that and make it feel very natural. Joss Whedon succeeded immensely with Firefly. He did a wonderful job. And the movie, holy shit, the movie was so fucking good. I'll be honest, made me cry a little bit, but, you know, there've gotta be tears in the finale, you know? If there's no tears, it's not a real finale. Serenity took a concept that Joss Whedon had for a TV show, and he ran with it for the movie. He got everything he could possibly do for this movie. It was visually stunning, scripturally brilliant, and just all around amazing, and you need to see it. But let me warn you, don't watch it without watching Firefly. You will be completely lost. You will have no idea what the hell is going on, trust me. Yeah, it's kinda made for people to have just been able to walk into the theater and enjoy it, but it's nowhere near as good as it should be if you haven't seen the series. Because if you haven't seen the series, this movie is maybe like a 7 or an 8. You know, it's good, it's not great. I can understand even without the context of the 14 episodes that going into this movie, you might come out with like a 5 or a 6, maybe even lower. Highly, highly recommend watching the entire series before, I mean, when I say the entire series, it's really only 14 episodes. Fuck you, Fox. So it's really not that hard. Once I finished the series, though, I actually pushed off watching the movie because I didn't want to finish the series for a while. I kind of wanted to hold my breath on it and save this one because I really did not want it to end because I knew that Serenity was the end of the show. You know, I didn't want to see that happen. So I actually held off seeing the movie for about 2 weeks after I finished the show, and in that time I watched the show again a few times, and then finally just one day I was like, fuck it, I'm too curious, I have to see how it ends. I need to know how it ends. And so I went ahead and I watched it, and it was the most satisfying series finale of all time. But guys, if you have not seen Firefly and Serenity, I highly, highly recommend you. In fact, I implore you to go watch this series right now. Like, clear your schedule, sit down, watch something good. I mean, just how I've been glorifying this series for the entire review, you probably already know I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10 out of 10. It's Smiley fucking tastic. Made Smiley smile all the way through. Never stopped except for when I was crying. And emotions are never bad. As long as I'm not angry at the movie, you know, make me happy or make me sad, don't make me mad. I don't think any other grade for this series would be even remotely acceptable. Of course, everyone has their own opinions, but some opinions are wrong. And any opinion that says this show is less than a 10 out of 10 is wrong. Okay, that was a joke. Everyone has their own opinions on everything. So if you have seen Firefly and Serenity, let me know what you guys thought of it down in those comments below. If you have not watched the series and the movie yet, this is a spoiler warning because I'm going to talk briefly. I'm not going to get too into it, but I do want to talk briefly about some spoilers from the movie and how I think they could continue the series if they chose to do that. Say if Netflix or HBO picked them up, or if Disney decided that they wanted to pump a shit ton of money into Fox to have them kick out some more seasons of this. So there's your spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. Let's put it down here at the bottom of the screen. Let's put it up at the top of the screen. Let's put one in the middle of the screen. Let's have 3, massive spoiler warning tags right here. Okay? You've been warned. You're about to be spoiled if you haven't seen the movie. 2 characters die in the movie. These are 2 important characters to the show, and obviously if they continued the show, they could just continue afterwards, after the movie wraps up. Continuing without these characters would be alright, I'm sure. I wouldn't mind it at all because it would mean getting more episodes of Firefly, so, you know, it's still a win. But how I would like to see them do it, if they get the chance to make more seasons, would be I'd like to see them undo Serenity, like the movie Serenity never happened, and just continue on from the season finale of season 1. So just pick up from season 2, whatever season 2 is going to be, and just keep going. And a lot of people are going to say, whoa, but we were presented all the information that was going to come from the last few seasons in Serenity. To which I say, there were a lot more secrets. There's still so much we don't know about this universe that I think that if they undid Serenity and slowly dropped information throughout the seasons, I think it could be successful. I really do. Especially because it has such a huge following, and that I'm sure that there are many people who have not seen the original series and have not seen the movie. So for them, it would just be a continuation of season 1, and Serenity, the movie, would just be kind of an alternate ending, if you will. I think that if the show were to come back, which, like I said, I don't believe is likely, I still hope it happens, but I don't think it's likely, I would like to see them do it one of those 2 ways, preferably the latter, because I really would like to see those 2 characters that are no longer with us come back and keep doing their thing, because they were amazing. I love them. So, for all you who definitely have seen Serenity and Firefly, because you stayed till the end of the video in the spoiler section, which I know you would not watch if you haven't seen it, but if you guys made it to the end of the video, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this entire thing, for watching me blabber on, even though you kinda knew from the second I started the review what rating I was gonna give it, because my introduction can always kinda tell you what rating I'm gonna give a movie or a series. I always try to do it that way. I always want my introduction to share a little bit of my thoughts with you guys as a little bit bit of a teaser of what to come in the rest of the video. I don't know, that's just me thinking out loud at this point. So, if you like this video, please leave a like down below. If you didn't like this video, there's another button down there that you are absolutely free to hit. It's the dislike button, and you can go ahead and hit that if you really didn't like my video, but you should like it because it's a very good video, if I don't say so myself. Of course, I might be a little biased. I did make it. And if you guys have seen Firefly or Serenity, let me know what you guys thought about it down in those comments below. And as always, I hope you have an amazing week, guys. Keep it kosher. Peace.